Hello everyone, my name is Kirby G with Kirby G's Points and Miles, and what credit card should you be using when buying hunting equipment? Now I pose this question because I recently attended one of my best friend's weddings, and while it was an absolutely beautiful experience, during the bachelor party a couple weeks beforehand, I noticed that all of my fellow groomsmen were using one specific credit card to put all of their spend on. And one they had heard that I had recently started booking a trip to Japan on all points and miles so far. A lot of them had questions about the game. And while I don't like telling people how to use credit cards because I do feel a little bit cautious about, credit card debt and things like that, once they all kind of told me where their finances were at, I kind of told them some of my little tips and tricks I use. And while I'm no means a master, I did have a couple questions about what cards they were using. And after a nice steak dinner where the total bill was probably around $600, $700, I saw someone lay down a specific card that I was absolutely shocked to see. And that was the Cabela's Club credit card. And while I am familiar with Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop, I did not know that they had a co-branded credit card. They assured me that when using the card at Cabela's, they earned a bunch of rewards and they could cash it out for specific equipment at Cabela's. A buddy even had saved up a couple years worth of points and got himself a new shotgun, which, awesome, all power to you. But they kept asking me if this was a good use of spend, and to be honest, looking at some of these rewards, it seems pretty bad. So let's see what kind of sign-up bonus the Cabela's card has here. If you apply right now, you'll actually earn $50 in club points, which again, $50 is $50. But all of the points that you earn with the Cabela's card only lets you use it at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop. And well, since you have a Cabela's card, you would think that you would use that to earn items at Cabela's. That does make sense, but there is absolutely no flexibility. Well, how does this card earn? Well, you can get some redeem your points for free gear, there is no annual fee, and you only have a 9.99% APR on Bass Pro Shop purchases specifically. So even if you make a very large purchase and you would like to finance it in some way, you're still paying about 10% interest. And while you do get 0% interest for 12 months on only Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's purchases, if you're looking to purchase maybe a rifle that was, $2,000, $3,000, you open up this card to finance it basically. That's not the worst use of your time, but there are some better options out there. Another benefit they tout, they never expire your points, which is pretty standard. And then you might get some other specific club perks, maybe some other discounts and things like that, which could be nice, but from what my friends told me, it's nothing too special. There's no crazy savings with this credit card. But let's look specifically at what the earning structure is again here. All right, you get 2% points back when you make $0 in purchases. What this really means is when you get the card, you start off at this specific tier. Once you make $10,000 in annual spend at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, you get an extra 3% cash back at those purchases. And if you spend $25,000 a year, you can be eligible for the black card, which will give you 5% cash back or points back here. And if you're spending $25,000 at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop just to get that 5% cash back, all power to you. But I think the vast majority, probably 99% of people here, are in this classic category where they're only getting 2% cash back or Cabela's points back. And if you look at this category right here, you can see that all other purchases are only 1% cash back. Now, it's basically a 1% catch-all card and then 2% at Cabela's. Why do this when you can put everything on maybe a City Double Cash, get 2% cash back, and then you could use your points at Cabela's if you wanted? So why put money on this card when there are so many 2% cashback cards out there? Now, some of them just liked how the credit card looked, and hey, am I really going to yell at someone because they're using a 1% cash all instead of a 2%? No. Can they do better? Yes. So I also try to think of maybe another sporting goods store that I can maybe compare another credit card to. So specifically, I looked at Dick's Sporting Goods. I looked at their credit card, which is the Score Rewards credit card. And it at least has a little bit of a better welcome bonus where all cardholders were earned 10% cash back to be used at Dick's Sporting Goods on any qualified purchases made through their brands. And they have a couple different brands beneath them, but at least 10% cash back on some purchases that you make is a lot better than even the 5% on the $25,000 black card level for Cabela's. And the welcome offer also gives you a $40 bonus rewards to be used at Dick's Sporting Goods as well. But as you can see here, it's basically just another 2x points card to be used at Dick's Sporting Goods when you make purchases at their brand. So again, you get gold status for whatever that means. So you get actually that annual $10, maybe some extra elevated points categories every once in a while. But if you're a huge Dick's Sporting Goods fan, there are probably some better cards out there that you could use. No, I'm not making this video to shame any of my friends who use the Cabela's card for all of their purchases. At the end of the day, as long as they pay it off on time, that's all that really matters. But if they are serious about wanting to earn credit card points and miles, I definitely gave them a few better suggestions to use. Maybe a Chase Freedom Unlimited or a Citi Double Cash. A couple different categories specifically that maybe could target some of their specific hobby spend. If you have so many cards that you might think would be good for them, please leave them in the comments below. And I really just love looking at really weird and obscure credit cards. A couple videos that John R. has made, his great channel. If you are subbed to me, you definitely should be subbed to him. He looks at some more obscure cards as well. This is kind of something I also want to start doing. There are so many random co-branded credit cards out there that you would never expect, and there are people using them as their daily spenders every single day. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. I'm on the track to 100 subscribers, and I'd love for you to join me on that journey. And most importantly, do not forget, have a great rest of your day.